What would a patent waiver mean for vaccine supply near term? Do you think that the Moderna CEO has a point when he says that the manufacturing process is so complex that it actually isn't a super effective way to increase supply given the difficulties in manufacturing mRNA vaccines?
Good morning. No, I think he's exactly spot on. The way that I view this, at least, is a political move rather than one that's going to affect increased access or supply. The global manufacturers of COVID vaccines have no interest in trying to maximize their profits from developing markets for the COVID vaccine. They recognize the value as political capital. They would find technology transfers a far more efficient way than waiving intellectual property rights. The real issue is what does the move to waive property rights mean for the broader industry? And that's a hugely important topic.
Well, on that note, we have seen some pretty steep share price reactions on the back of this news, in particular for the biotech names Moderna, Novavax, CureVac, BioNTech. Is this reaction because of the COVID vaccines in particular and the earnings impact this could have? Or do you think that it's fear that this could set a precedent moving forward with regards to the way IP protections and technology is viewed?
No, I think it's exactly the latter. Today, vaccines, tomorrow, insulin. In fact, Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez tweeted insulin next, immediately after the Biden administration lent their support. The concern is this is the thin end of the wedge and pulls the rug away from the whole innovation-driven model underpinning US biotech pharma. I think there's a broader issue here is the dissatisfaction over the inability to provide access and affordability for pharmaceuticals and an inability to address it through drug pricing reform. And it's just manifesting itself in different means, one of which is IP focus, but there are other equally worrying ways that we see action happening, which is not favorable to the long-term outlook for the sector.
Well, just to follow up on that, Andrew, clearly there is political pressure and it's building. You mentioned AOC, and she tweeted, I think, yesterday about also applying a waiver to insulin as well, which is notorious for being an extremely expensive drug and almost unaffordable for those who are uninsured. But it also seems as though the drug industry has to make a choice here, either yield to demands to reduce prices or go down this the patent waiver route. And because you say that there is so much political pressure on them, which of those two routes do you see the industry going down, if any at all?
Well, I think the waiver thing as it relates to specifically the COVID vaccines is highly unlikely to carry through, especially in light of, I just heard your own commentary about Merkel's opposition to it, and you need to have unanimous support. So I don't see that either as necessarily something that's going to happen with vaccines. And for different reasons, I think so-called march-in rights, where you waive patent rights on other drugs where the US government has been involved in their research and early development, I think that's equally unlikely. I do think drug pricing has to be addressed. And my biggest fear is actually not in relation to intellectual property. It's the US government's focus, and in fact, both sides of the House, on antitrust and what that could mean for future M&A within the industry, which is, after all, what keeps innovation afloat, particularly for majors. It's a huge part of the business model. And there's an awful lot of focus right now on raising the barriers which could preclude many large-scale M&A going forward, which the industry is dependent upon to address a very big wave of patent expirations coming up.